What's up, family? I think we got it popping in here. Yes, yes, yes. What is up? We made it. What is good? We are here. I got some stuff for y'all. What is up to all of my ladies? You know you're why I'm here. Let me find the video so that I can like and share it. How do I find it? Okay, there we go. When you come in, say what's up to your girl. What's up, Gigi? G, you on time today. She said, I ain't gonna be late to church today. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. What's up, G? Y'all just take a moment and like and share the video. I need all of my sacred sisters to be in here now because this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a topic that y'all need to be known about, especially as a woman, as a goddess, as all of those things. It's so important that you get into this womb work. So as you are liking and sharing the video, make sure you also put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me good. I want to make sure y'all can hear. Put a thumbs up in the chat or say, yes, we can hear you. Let me know that you can hear me, that we hear, and we're ready to get into this information. Need to know that before I move on. I need to know that y'all can hear before we get into this work. So again, gotta Palo Santo, gotta clear the energy. Whew. So I could be in my bag. Go ahead, good, 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 good. We got some thumbs up in the chat. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, thank you ladies for being here. This is the type of work that you don't want to take for granted. It's funny, I got this womb pin up here. Got this from a Hood Mystic website, thanks to Dream, he bought it. But we're here. We are here. We are ready to get into the topic of why you should worship your womb, okay? We got to talk about why you should worship your womb, right? And I want y'all to know this because I want y'all to really start manifesting the life that you desire. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. And womb worship is the gateway into that. So if y'all are ready, we will jump into the topic. But before I do that, I want to refer to a book. Let's see what the Goddess Book of Days. This book is called the Goddess Book of Days. And I want to see what goddess energy we got today. Today is Thursday, January 27th. Let's see what goddess energy is popping for today, so I can channel some of that energy as I am on this video. January 27th, y'all, we got the goddess of grain and harvest. We got Demeter, Spider Woman, Changing Woman, Sybil, Inanna. Wow. We got the day of Earth Mother, Gaia, Rhea, Juno, Mua, Rhiannon, Iduna, and some other. G, I pulled this book out for you, G. In this book, it literally says there's a goddess that is celebrated today whose name is G, G-E. Hey, pull it out for you, G. Go and check out whoever this goddess G is, celebrated on January 27th. Everybody else, y'all check out some of these goddesses that I've named from the Goddess Book of Days, since we're getting into Goddess work today. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into the topic of why you should worship your womb. Why you should worship your womb. I'm so excited about this topic because literally this is the work that really started or supported me in my healing process. So what's up, Shay? What's up, Robin? What's up, Latha? What's up, Salir P? What's up, Naja? And what's up, my girl, G? So yes, that is so awesome. I'm so glad to make that correspondence. I love it, love it, love it. All right, again, do me a favor, put a thumbs up in the chat if you can clearly see my screen. It should be a beautiful picture of me and some words that say why you must worship your womb. Put a thumbs up in the chat when you can see that. Put a thumbs up in the chat when you can see that. Can we see it? Thank you, Brown Wolf, thank you. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And y'all also let me know if having visuals to go along with the content, let me know if that supports you in better grasping the information. I think that's important. If y'all just want to see me talking, that's fine. But if these visuals help, more power to it. I'm grateful for it. So y'all definitely let me know if these visuals support you. All right, let's get into it. So why womb worship? Why womb worship? So when we first even look at what the definition of worship is, it simply means to show reverence and adoration to, right? To worship something means to show reverence, meaning to hold this thing up in a high regard, right? To revere it, to treat it as if it is divine or sacred, right? Reverence, divine, sacred. I wonder what, let me see what my lady got for the word reverence, because that's a powerful word. Reverence, right? And then also we have adoration. Adoration, to adore, right? This is some powerful stuff. See, a lot of times we think worship and we're all in our like religiosity. We think about worshiping, you know, a deity. We think about worshiping Jesus or worshiping Christ or worshiping the Buddha. We think about religious aspects. And so, but when we break down what worship really means, you see why, just from that alone, you can see why worship in your womb is so important. Reverence, adoration for your womb. Imagine how differently you would relate to other people. Imagine how differently you would relate in your relationships with partners if you actually worshiped your womb, if you revered your womb, if you held your womb in adoration. Think about that. Adoration. Reverence. Think about how differently your, okay, hold on, wait, I'm doing something here. Hold on, I'm gonna start the timer and everything, right? So even looking at the definition of worship, it is to show reverence and adoration, right? It is to honor your womb. It is to honor your womb, right? To show high respect and great esteem. It is to show high respect and great esteem. Can y'all see, just from those definitions, why you are supposed to worship, honor, and care for your womb? Just by those definitions alone, can you see why this work is important? without me even getting into the depths of it, without me even getting into the work, just from hearing those definitions, can you grasp the concept about why you should be worshiping your womb? Ladies, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if just by hearing the definitions, you already kind of get it. You already can feel it. Of course, I'm going to go deeper into it for you, okay? But just from these definitions alone, by hearing to show reverence and adoration, by hearing to honor, to show high respect and great esteem, okay? This is when we're talking about womb worship, we're talking about a level of consciousness. We're talking about you being intentional about what you are doing as far as your womb care. And then we got the goddess here, Belquis. We got the goddess here, Belquis. And if any of y'all watched the show American Gods, this was a bad woman right here. Her womb was worshipped. She was the man eater. She was the person, through her sexuality, through her femininity, through her womb space, she would draw people in. She would draw men or women. She would draw them in, and this is where her power came from. Her womb was worshipped. If you haven't seen American Gods and you haven't seen at least her scenes in the show, I want to tell you to go ahead and go look at that, because sis right here, she is worshipped for that womb. Okay? Let's keep going. All right. So the subconscious mind, ladies, is the source of creation. The subconscious mind is the source of creation. The womb is also the source of creation, right? See, we've been taught to worship external entities, right? We've been taught to give reverence and adoration to things outside of ourselves. But as women, you need to understand that your womb is the creative force. So when you show reverence and adoration to the creative force that is your womb, you're also showing reverence and adoration to the subconscious mind. See, what y'all have to really understand is that the subconscious mind is really where your higher self, God, the divine, exists. The subconscious mind is the all. Everything is in the subconscious mind. All creation comes from the subconscious mind. This is also why you can't really say that anything is positive or negative. The subconscious mind doesn't care. The subconscious mind just creates. Same thing with your womb. Same thing with your womb. Whatever it is that you are holding on to within your womb, emotions, trauma, whatever, your womb doesn't care whether it is perceivably good or bad in your humanity, it just creates. So this slide right here is really to help you guys focus on the appreciation for your womb and the appreciation for the subconscious mind. Because if you don't have an appreciation for the subconscious mind, you don't have an appreciation for creation itself. Okay? The life that you create for yourself is what you are birthing from your womb and what you are birthing from the subconscious mind. This is why all your spiritual teachers, from Brother Panic to Bobby Hemmett to Dream Wise, everybody is going to always talk about the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is where infinite power and infinite potential, lies. Same thing for your womb. There's infinite potential. There's infinite creative power that lies within your womb. So really, when you are worshiping your womb, you're tending to your own subconscious mind. Your womb and your subconscious mind are connected. Okay? The relationship that you have with your womb is based off of the relationship that you have in your subconscious mind. Right? So when you start womb worship, you are really diving into wanting to understand what you are storing in your womb and what you are storing in your mind. Okay? They work hand in hand. The womb is another mind. This is just, I don't know if you're gonna find other people out there really talking about it. I know one time me and Ms. Blue had a conversation and Ms. Blue was like, yeah, the womb is another mind. It's a whole nother mind. Your womb knows what is sacred and what is not. So when you are doing womb worship, what you are really doing on a whole nother level is giving reverence to your own divine mind. It's giving reverence to your own divine ability to create. Okay? I need you ladies to really understand this. The womb and your subconscious mind are always reflecting to each other. That's why a lot of times you'll see a lot of people, a lot of artwork of the womb or of a yoni. You would always see it with in the astral, or you'll see it like out of space. A lot of people always create artwork like that, right? And that artwork is really symbolic of the fact that within your womb is infinite potential, just like in your subconscious mind, there's infinite potential for creation. Okay? And this whole understanding is why sex magic works. This whole understanding is why it works. Because the womb is the subconscious mind, when you are conscious, right? When you are conscious and you come together with another divine partner or with yourself, and you are experiencing that arousal and you are experiencing that pleasure, and within your mind, within your mental space, right? So as you are arousing your yoni and you are consciously thinking of whatever it is that you want to manifest and you come to climax, this is why that is such a creative force. And when you do that and when you're intentional about it, you can literally create, manifest whatever you were just thinking about. That is because the womb is as powerful as the subconscious mind. They work hand in hand together. Okay? They work hand in hand together. The womb is directly connected to the subconscious mind. Okay? So I wanted to give y'all that understanding first before we dive into womb worship. I got to give you that understanding, because when you understand the connection between the subconscious mind and your womb, now you're going to take your womb work to a whole nother level. Okay? If you are unclear about what the subconscious mind is, I need you to study, study, study. I need you to read, 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 read. The subconscious mind, all of you have seen the picture of the, what is it called? The picture of the block of ice that is in the water. I don't have anything to show that. All of y'all have seen, let me show it. Because I want to make sure y'all get this, because I know some of y'all are new to these concepts. Here we go. I know some of y'all are new to these concepts, so I want to make sure that I don't just like blow by y'all's heads. You know, I don't want any of this to go over your head. I want you to really be able to receive it. Okay? So as you see on this picture right here that I'm showing you, yes, the iceberg. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, love. So as y'all see on this picture right here, the conscious mind, the ego mind, the critical mind is just that little piece of the ice that you could see. The subconscious mind is the 90%. It's all it is. It's your beliefs, your emotions, your habits, your values, your protective reactions, your long-term memory, your imagination, your intuition. Even reading those, you can see how it connects to the womb. The womb stores your beliefs. The womb is the house of emotions, hence the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is the chakra that governs emotions. And where is it stored at? In the womb space. We cannot make this up. Your values, your habits, okay? Your protective reactions, right? So when you feel some uncomfortable energy, you kind of feel it in your womb space, or you feel it in your gut, and you're like, okay, something is not right here. Your long-term memory. How many of you know your womb holds on to the memories of not only you, but it holds on to the memories of your mother and your grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, okay? The womb is also the seat of where you get that intuitive communication. I just knew it. That's feminine energy, okay? So I wanted to show y'all that because I don't want to go over anybody's head. I really want y'all to get this. All right, back to over here. So now that we have the understanding of the subconscious mind and how important the subconscious mind is, and we can recognize how it connects to our womb, now we understand why that reverence, that adoration, that high respect, that great esteem is so important, okay? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're following me right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you're following me right now, if you're still with me, if you got it, if you understand, if we are clear to move on, put a 1 in the chat. I don't want to move on if we don't get it. I don't want to move on if we still stuck on something that I said. I want to make sure that you understand, because I'm here for the transformation, not just the information. Awesome, 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 awesome. We got some 1s in here. Good. Perfect. Great. Let's move on then. All right. This is the thing that is so good. This is the thing that is so good. In the chat, go ahead right now, quickly tell me what the law of correspondence is. What is the law of correspondence? What is the law of correspondence? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, what is the law of correspondence? What we do know is that it's one of the laws of Tahuti, one of the laws of the universe, universal principles. That's what we do know. But quickly, just tell me what the law of correspondence is. In short terms, what is the law of correspondence? Again, if this is something that you are unaware of, ladies, I need you to study. I need you to learn. I need you to implement, because knowing these things makes the difference in the life that you are living. And in the Sacred Sister Circle, we are going to break down each of the laws of correspondence. That's going to be one of the things that we jump into, not laws of correspondence. In the Sacred Sister Circle, we are going to dive into the 7 laws of the universe. We're going to break them down and really get real about how it applies to our lives and how to implement it. In the spring season, so March, April, May, one of the things that we're going to be diving into is the 7 laws of the universe, or the laws of Tahuti. So yes, Shine Bright, it is as above, so below. To go even further, as within, so without, right? So womb worship is so important because the love, the veneration, the effort, the care you put into your womb, that is what you will birth. Put an ashe in the chat if you get that. What you implant into your womb is what you will birth. Again, when we're talking about worship, we're talking about reverence, adoration, high respect, great esteem. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And so I want y'all to know ladies, that the same thing applies when it comes to your womb space. When you give yourself that womb massage, when you give yourself that yoni steam, when you say those affirmations, right? When you call forth healing, when you release any shame, guilt, right? When you release fear, when you release those emotions and you replace them with love, veneration, respect, high esteem, you are going to birth that. Look at these pictures here. Within her womb, she has love. She has a cosmic love, an electromagnetic love. Right here, you see she has this divine light. This divine light is coming from the third eye, the heart chakra, and the womb. Powerful stuff. Right here, the swirl you see in her womb is the same thing that is birthed outside of her. The reflection right here within her womb and what is coming outside of her is the same thing. As above, so below, as within, so without. Okay? So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means when you give love to your womb, you must birth love. You must birth love. When you create peace in your womb, you must birth peace. Okay? Womb worship is so important because the more you put into your womb health, the more it's going to give back to you. Okay? And when I'm talking about womb health, I'm talking about mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. It is firing off on all cylinders: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Okay? You got to bring it all together. You got to bring it all together. You need your emotions in check, right? You need to be free of those low vibrational emotions that are connected to your womb space. You need to have a magical mind when it comes down to what you can birth, what you can create. You need to transmute that trauma so you know you're no longer burdened and bound down by some of the hardships that you've experienced in your womb space. Maybe it was abuse. Maybe it was a toxic relationship. Maybe it was a bad relationship with your mother and your father. Okay? Physical. What are you eating? Do you exercise? Do you do any toning, Rich? Do you do any toning exercises for your womb? Are you in a healthy relationship that is conducive to your womb health? Is your partner in alignment with the vibration that you want for your womb, with the love that you have for your womb, with the reverence and adoration that you have for your womb? Because what you put out, you get back. So if you're in a relationship with a toxic man who cannot control his emotions, who is excessive in maybe say drinking or eating bad food, who doesn't exercise, who doesn't take care of his mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, and you allow him into your womb, you are going to birth those things. As within, so without, as above, so below. So when we're talking about womb worship, we're talking about intentionally adding power, adding love, adding reverence, adding appreciation and gratitude to our womb space so that we birth that. Okay? That's what we're talking about right now. Let's keep going. So the womb is fertile ground. The womb is fertile ground. And I'm going to go ahead and say this too right now, because I know this is going to come up. There are so many women, Black women specifically, who have experienced womb trauma in the manifestation of fibroids and maybe have had to have a hysterectomy. Okay? I want you to know that everything exists in the spirit first. Everything is energy first. So just because the physical structures of what makes you a woman are not there anymore, doesn't mean that the energy is not there anymore, okay? So even if that is your experience, because I've talked to many women who have had that experience. So even if that is your experience, I want you to know that your womb is still fertile ground. That goes for anybody. Even if you are a woman and you've been told that you cannot have children, I want you to know that the pure potential is still there, regardless of what a doctor says, okay? But again, it's all gonna boil down to what you are implanting in your womb, i.e., what you are implanting into your mind. What seeds are you implanting into your mind? Look at this tree right here. They did like the yoni right here on the tree. That's why the moon, they got the moon right here at the top of this yoni shape, whatever I don't know what I want to call this, in the bottom of the tree. They got the moon right here symbolizing the clitoris. And then they got this tree, this beautiful tree that is birthed from it. It's a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing, okay? So womb worship, ladies, is about implanting the seeds of love, of joy, of happiness, of abundance, etc., so that you in turn birth that. Okay? That's what this is about. This is about how do you give love to your womb? How do you give joy to your womb, pleasure to your womb, happiness to your womb, abundance to your womb, so that you can turn around and birth that. And when we're talking about birthing that, we're talking about manifesting the fruits of that. The love, the happiness, the life that you seek to manifest, you can have through womb worship. This is just one aspect of how to manifest, ladies. Okay? And as a woman, this is such a powerful way to get what it is that you want out of life. Through your sensuality, through your sexuality, through your connection to you, whether you have a partner in your life or not, womb worship is something that you can do for yourself. It is something that you should do for yourself, so that when you are in a relationship, your partner is going to reflect that same love, that same reverence, that same adoration for you. That same adoration for your womb. Okay? The womb is fertile ground. And so I want to ask y'all, what seeds are you implanting into your womb? You will know the type of seeds you are implanting in your womb based off the life you are living right now. Based off the life you're living right now, this is how you can determine what seeds you have been implanting, what beliefs you've been implanting, what emotions you've been implanting, okay? You're gonna know. Even when it comes down to, I've said this in videos past, the body keeps the score. The body keeps the score. And so what's happening in your womb space? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel connected? Or do you feel disconnected? Do you feel a lot of pain? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like you don't even know your yoni and your yoni doesn't know you? Right? So many women don't feel connected to their womb space. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to touch it, right? They get upset when they cycle come on. They don't take their pleasure seriously, right? You feel like your pleasure is like something that happens every once in a while. Okay? Your life experiences will let you know what is happening in your womb. Your manifestations will let you know what is happening in your womb. Fertile ground, okay? And I want to tell y'all, I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact, that the more power, the more love you put into your womb, the more potent it becomes. The more powerful it becomes. Your womb is so powerful, it's healing. It's healing to mankind. How do we know your womb is healing to mankind? Because when you heal your womb, you attract healthy relationships. When you have a healthy relationship with a healthy partner and y'all come together sexually, intimately, sensually, you birth healthy children. You birth happy children. You birth holistic children. This is how the world begins to change for the better. Not only that, you birth businesses, you birth health, you birth well-being, you birth transformation. But it all starts with you, ladies, worshiping your own womb first. That's where it starts. And if you don't have that relationship with your womb, if you are not, if you don't think, feel, and believe that your womb is sacred, what you're really saying is that you don't believe that the subconscious mind is sacred, which means you don't feel like you have the control, the ability to create the life that you desire. You feel out of control. You feel unsafe. And here's the thing. Many of you do feel that way because you've experienced trauma as children. You know, maybe an uncle, a cousin, you know, family member, neighbor may have violated you and taken away, right? They may have taken away your power, right? Your sovereignty as a woman. Right? I said, I need you to stop being sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about, ma'am. There is absolutely nothing to be sorry about in this space. And you said sorry twice on here. You said, sorry, I'm late. And now you're saying, sorry, this is totally new to me. You don't, first of all, and I'm telling you this because I love you. First of all, sorry is not a word. Sorry is not a word that we want to use excessively in our vocabulary. Sorry. If we look up and we research the word sorry, it's us putting ourselves down. So I want you to fix that. Stop putting yourself down. There's nothing for you to be sorry about. Even if you come into something late, it's better to say, pardon my tardiness. It's better to say, please excuse my tardiness, than to say, I'm sorry. Because you're not sorry. You're not sorry. There's nothing for you to be sorry about. Okay? There's nothing to be sorry about. Ladies, that goes for all of y'all. Stop saying I'm sorry. Get more creative with your words. There's a way that you can express that you realize that you can do better rather than saying I'm sorry. That's powerful. I really want y'all to sit with that. Okay? Get more creative with your words. You can still express how you feel without using those words and putting yourself down. All right? Let's keep going. And it's okay if this is new to you. I got videos, tons of videos on womb healing. I have them. Y'all already know Womb Alchemy is already a course that you can purchase. And I'm going to do Womb Alchemy again. I don't know when yet, but I'm going to do it again live. And I'm going to do it over 5 days. We're going to go 5 days in a row. Boom, 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 boom. Done. That's going to be coming up. And then lastly, in the Sacred Sister Circle, we get started in March. We are definitely going to be doing womb healing work as a group of ladies. So don't worry if this is new to you. If this is new to you, great. That means you're bringing in something. That means your mind is expanding some. So good. I'm glad this is new. But I want you to know in the Sacred Sister Circle, we're going to go deeper into all of these things. Okay? All right, look at this picture here. I love this picture. I love this picture. This dude, I wish they were Black people, but they not. It's all good. But he's literally on his hands and knees and he's praying to her womb. Oof, I'm tingling. She's praying, he's praying to her womb. He's praying to her yoni. He is praising the pussy. That's what he is doing, okay? Why? Because he understands that this is where God is created. He understands that this is the source of all creation. This, I say, this has to do with everything. This has to do with every chakra. Okay, so when you get a chance, I say, I want you to rewind. When this video is done, I want you to go back to the beginning, because you'll see that this is everything. Okay, it's not just the root chakra, it's not just the sacral chakra. It could be those higher chakras as well. It all is based off of your thinking, your feeling. All right, so your sexual pleasure as a woman is a form of alchemy. Your sexual pleasure as a woman is a form of alchemy. And when you get into this womb worship work, you should be feeling some sexual pleasure, whether it's by yourself or with a partner. I don't really care. I want you to stay safe, that's for sure. Definitely want you to stay safe. But your pleasure as a woman is a form of alchemy, because you can take something and create something else, right? Women are so powerful. Women are so powerful. We take sperm and an egg. We take sperm and an egg and we make a whole baby with 10 toes, 10 fingers, eyes, nose, brain, heart, and have all of that. All women are healers. All women are alchemists, period. Okay? And when you open yourself up, ladies, through your womb worship, when you open yourself up to receive healthy pleasure, understand healthy pleasure, because anything, whether it is sex, food, exercise, water, anything that you do excessively it turns into an unhealthy pleasure. Okay, so healthy pleasure, meaning you are in control, you know what you're doing, it's not something that becomes an addiction, right? Healthy pleasure opens up and brings more pleasure into your life. When you as a woman open up to receive healthy pleasure through your womb, you really open yourself up to receive more things to feel good about, to feel more things, to experience more things that bring you pleasure. This is divine feminine energy, okay? The essence of the divine feminine is drawing into the dark hole, right? The essence of divine feminine energy is being able to draw into that dark hole and create. So when you are intentional about bringing pleasure into your womb, what's going to happen? You're going to birth things that are of pleasure. For example, almost a lot of the things that I wanted, I have taken with me in dreaminized sexual encounters. So the vehicle, the car that I wanted, it's a pretty large manifestation. But I would, whenever I was getting to that point of climax, I literally would visualize that vehicle. And then before you know it, boom, we had it. Alchemy, birthing. The subconscious mind and the womb are one. They're connected, okay? So when you allow yourself to enjoy healthy pleasure and you have in your mind the thing that you want to create, the thing that you want to manifest, and you know, and you have faith that you are worthy of that thing, that you're deserving of that thing, and that you can have that thing, sooner or later, you're going to birth that. Sooner or later, it's going to be created in your reality. okay? This is real deal Holyfield, ladies. But you have to worship your womb so that the people that you engage with, so that the partners that you engage with will give you that same pleasure, will give you that same worship, will give you that veneration. Okay? I really need y'all to understand that it all starts with you, worshiping you. Again, worship simply means, okay? Worship simply means reverence, adoration, great regard, high esteem. So this means, I ain't gonna get into all of that because I can get into way. I mean, I can keep this conversation going and going and going. I really can. But I need you ladies to really start understanding who you are as the divine feminine, understanding who you are for having a womb, understanding that you can birth whatever it is that you want. And when we're talking about birth, we're talking about manifesting. In order to do that though, ladies, one, you're gonna have to let go of those limiting beliefs you have about yourself. I can't do it. I need external validation. I'm not special. I'm not worthy. I'm not valuable. I don't have the skills. I don't know if I can consistently do this. I've never had good relationships. I've never had a lot of money. I've never had a luxury car, a luxury lifestyle. All of those limiting beliefs you got to let go of. And you got to start looking at yourself in the mirror. You got to start rubbing on your womb. You have to start being like, I am a woman. And because I am a woman, I am amazing. I am divine. And not just because you are a woman, but because you are a woman and you've decided to embark on a spiritual journey. Okay? You are a woman and you have decided to embark on a spiritual journey. You have decided to let go of the limiting beliefs. You've decided to get to know yourself. You've decided that you are going to go beyond just what, the world tells us to care about. The house, the car, the just the basic stuff, the job. Okay? I want you to really understand that through your womb, you can create anything that you desire. But you have to give that womb that love. You have to give your womb that adoration. You have to give your womb that reverence. You have to know that your womb is a sacred portal. It is the middle ground. It is the space between spirit and the physical realm. And just having that knowledge, just having that awareness is something where you should be like, okay, this part of me really needs my attention. It is the middle point between spirit and earth. What? Like, think about that, ladies. Your womb, your yoni, is the space between spirit and the physical. You got to pay attention to it. You got to pay attention to it. You got to give it effort. You got to give it love. You got to give it attention. And when you do that, it is going to birth that same energy. Law of correspondence, as within, so without. As within, so without. So what you put into your womb, high vibrational words, high vibrational food, high vibrational penis. What you put in, you will get out. Okay? All my ladies, drop an emoji in the chat if you understand what I just gave you today. If you have one question, I'm gonna take one question, then I'm getting off of here exactly at 7 o'clock, exactly at 8 o'clock for y'all who are in Eastern time. Put an emoji in the chat if you understand. If you have a question, drop one question in the chat and we'll get it answered and we'll get out of here. Again, if you new to this, all good, all good. I like to think that I break it down pretty simply so that you can understand it. And then not only that, again, in the Sacred Sister Circle, we're gonna dive into all of it. We're gonna dive into all of it. All right, we got a sun. Yes, she letting her light shine. Okay. Stop treating her like a, yeah. I love it. I love it. She said, stop treating her like a garbage can. Yes, except that you may have been taught wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. I love it. I love it. So, yes. Oh, y'all are dropping all of the emojis that I love. Let me ask y'all a question before I get out of here. For 3 weeks in a row, we've talked about the womb. For 3 weeks in a row, let me turn off my thing because I think I don't got any more. So let's stop share. All right, it's me. It's me, I'm back. Listen, for 3 weeks in a row, we've talked about the womb. For 3 weeks in a row, we've talked about the womb. Is there something else that you ladies would like to talk about, not just one time, or maybe a couple of times to get a really deep understanding? Let me know, I'm gonna write it down. Is there something that has been on y'all's mind that y'all would like to talk about as ladies? Let me know so I can write it down and I can see, dig into my spiritual toolbox. Let me know if y'all have something that's been on your mind, if there's something Spirit has been talking to you about that you would like to go deeper in. If so, I'm more than happy to get into that. So y'all let me know really quickly. But yeah, it's been fun. For the last 3 weeks, we've been talking about the womb, which was very important to me, especially coming off of having another daughter. The womb work is of importance. Has anything been coming up with y'all that y'all would like to talk about? Anything y'all would like to talk about? If not, then I'm gonna just let Spirit channel to me what I need to be bringing to y'all, and we'll move on from there. I love that question. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you for asking that question. Does semen retention have any effect on women? It does. It does have an effect on women. When a man holds his seed, multiple things happen. One, you become more sexually attracted to that man because he's holding on to a lot of his light. He's holding on to a lot of his creativity. He has a lot of built up testosterone, so he's looking and feeling manlier, right? If you're talking about from the woman's perspective, like not orgasming, it has a positive effect on you as well, because what it does is builds up your life. So if you are not going to orgasm, well, I probably shouldn't say that because so many women are not orgasming, and you should be. Okay, and you should be, especially if you are in a committed partnership with somebody. That person should be intentional about your pleasure. I'm just saying. Okay, but when men and women do not release that light is transmuted into each of your chakras, wherever you decide that you want that light to reside for whatever your human and spiritual needs may be, right? So semen retention is a good thing when your man is holding his semen, because it allows him to be more creative. It allows him to heal some of those chakras. It allows him to really get a deeper, more intimate connection with his divine self, right? So that's a powerful thing. That way, when he does release his seed, whether it is in you, around you, whatever, when he does release it, you as a woman are able to receive that, not necessarily birth a child. If you do, you're going to birth a genius child. But this is where creativity lies. This is where creativity lies. So a lot of times after Dream and I have been intimate, literally he'll fall asleep And I'll be up for hours writing and working on stuff, right? Because his creativity that was in his light, that was in his semen, I have just absorbed and now I'm putting to use. And I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but you understand, this is why y'all gonna need to be in the Sacred Sister Circle, because in the Sacred Sister Circle, we'll go there. We'll go all the way there. I hope that answers your question. I hope that answers your question about that. How to be submissive or naturally opening up to a man. Not every man is worth your submission. That's one thing. Not every man is worth your submission. A man has to prove to be emotionally intelligent, right? A man has to prove to be emotionally mature for you, a woman, to submit to. And then you have to become clear about what submissiveness is to you as well, okay? But a man has to create that space that makes you feel comfortable. In the same breath, you need to recognize the internal issues that you have that block you from feeling safe. You need to pay attention to the trauma that you've experienced that makes you feel like you cannot be vulnerable, okay? Again, you have to tap into your womb to be able to tell if this man is worth seeing you for all of who you are. You have to determine within you, through your connection to your womb, which is going to heighten your intuition to where you will be able to feel, right? You'll be able to feel, you'll be able to sense if this person is someone that can carry what you are bringing into the relationship, okay? All right? Got it? Lily said effects of father molestation. There's so many effects to that. We can't even, that's a whole another. I can't just sit here, okay, say, this is an effect, this is an effect, this is an effect, this is an effect. But one thing for sure is safety, not feeling safe in your body, not feeling like you truly belong to be here now. Okay? And then absolutely a lack of trust. A lack of trust. So those are some effects. Love y'all. I'm gonna get off of here, go take care of my family, go eat some dinner, all of that good stuff like that. I enjoyed myself. I hope y'all have enjoyed yourselves as well. And I will catch you ladies later. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Sacred Sister Circle page on my website. There's a page that says Sacred Sister Circle. Make sure you put your email in there so that when we get started, you'll receive all of those email correspondences and you're right on time and you know what's happening.